What's going on, everybody? Chase with IW Hockey, joined today with Itan from Alkali Hockey, and we have the Cele line in front of us. Before we hop into some of this flashy tech and spec, walk me through the overall fit profile.
All right, well, these are the high profile skates. The width is good and wide. Fit is comfy so far, so yeah, it's been good.
There you go, and we're gonna hop right into the Chrono white boot. Obviously, that's the first thing that catches your eyes when you see these for the first time. Even with that wide or more traditional high profile fit, they do a great job of baking, at least in my experience. But walk me through from a performance standpoint, maybe some of the materials and what you've noticed so far.
What I've noticed so far is just a stiff boot. Very good for protection, so I can definitely take a shot to the boot and not feel it. So that's very important as well, since nowadays people's shots are like really hard, the lower flex they use. But yeah, for the most part, it feels good. I feel protected, and yeah.
Yeah, I like right out of the box how it has that really nice 3D anatomical shape, very stiff like you said, but we do have some comfort padding at the top for those long tournament days, gonna help prevent any of that ankle irritation. And so similar to the Fireline, the differences between the Cele I and the Cele II, they're really below the boot. So walk me through the differences in the wheel as well as the bearings.
Okay, yeah, so we got the ceramic bearing here on the Cele Is. Cele IIs, we're working with the ABAC 9s. Same performance you're to get. At the end of the day, the rink's so small, you can't really build that much speed. It really just depends on the player at the end of the day with your legs.
Yeah, well, someone like me, I'm gonna go with the ceramics. I need all the help I can get. But I see what you're saying. Even in the ABAC 9s, still gonna offer some really good performance. And then how about the wheels? What do we see the differences there?
Here are going to be your dual pour here, which is the standard wheel pour for the industry, top of the line. So, I mean, again, it really comes down to weight and preference on what type of wheel you like. So.
Definitely, if I'm playing a little bit more higher end hockey, I'm gonna go, to me, it's worth upgrading to the Cele I because you are getting a little bit better glide with the ceramic bearings and better gripping power, as well as top end speed with those dual pour wheels. And here we have a single pour. Is this correct in the Xeno wheels?
Yeah, the single pour here. So this wheel is gonna be great as well. I mean, you can take this one out to, indoor wood surface, all different types of styles of surfaces, and it's going to be good for the mid-level player for sure.
Now, some similar features that we find in both the 1 and the 2, that toe cap we were talking about off camera too, kind of takes away a little bit of the volume, but let's go into the tongue as well as the liner. What do we find here?
The liner here is, what is it, suede we got going?
It's got kind of that suede feel. I think it's like a brushed microfiber.
Microfiber, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the microfiber, it feels great. I mean, I'm wearing them now. They feel good on the ankle support. My preference and my favorite thing about this is how wide they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the width here. So I do have, I don't tie my skates to, I don't use the top 2 eyelids. So for me, being able to go back and forth and being loose is a favorite for me.
Yeah, definitely. Gives you a little more mobility with the ankles there. And then to finish this off, really like that pro style tongue, just tons of thick foam down through the center. So,
yeah, of course.
Like you kind of mentioned, those lower flex sticks, ripping some harder shots, so got to keep the top of the foot protected too, right?
For the most part, right? But yeah, you do feel like you have the support and you do feel secured for the most part. But again, yeah, nice and wide, light boot, light tongue, just all around good looking skate.
And even in the opening price point Cele III, you're still getting that sweet, color package with that all white design. Walk me through, what style of player you think this is really built for?
That's going to be for the mid-level player that maybe took a break from hockey and now is getting back into the sport. Doesn't want to spend too much out of his wallet, and he can come right back into the game, being able to compete with good bearings, good wheels, and a good comfort on the boot.
And that's what I like. You still have the high-low setup, ABAC 7 bearings, and what's really cool, an outdoor wheel too. So kind of like we had talked about, maybe hitting the trail if you're just trying to get out and go for a skate, right?
And I prefer that for sure. For beginners that don't know how to use the grip on a surface, on a sport court, this is the best way to learn how to hockey stop, right? It's gonna let you slide a little bit longer and you'll be able to control the stop little by little.
And then when we were checking out the boot, obviously not nearly as stiff as the 1 and the 2. Why is that so important for that first-time skater, that casual skater, to have a little bit more flex in the boot?
Just so they can feel like they're not strapped down like, you know, like any other one, like in snowboarding, right? You can't move your ankles here, you just feel like you're stuck, right? And it kind of feels intimidating. Here, kind of feels like a tennis shoe, you can move it back and forth, and being able to jump side to side and do lateral movements.
Yeah, because I still remember trying to learn that hockey stride, and if I would have had a very stiff boot, probably been a lot more painful and maybe not as fun. So really cool to see on the Cele III here.
Right.
And just one last time, thank you so much for heading out here and walking us through the new Cele line.
Of course, it's the least I can do for Joe. Joe's been a solid guy to me, and you know, he's offering these sports, affordable skates out to the community. So whatever I can do for Joe to help him out and, you know, make some recognition for the skate, love to do. So again, a beautiful skate here, a person that knows how to explain it as well as me, but you know, this is a very nice skate for anybody to get in if you want to be high profile player, top level to beginner. So
perfect. Well, hey, thanks again. And like you mentioned, if you want to support Alkali Hockey, you want to check out the full line, not just the Celly, but the Fires as well, make sure you head over to inlinewarehouse.com.